check your
Go.
photo. Oh, hi everybody.
Hi. Hello, Jeremy.
Dr. David
We're
here.
just talking about posture and how we should stand. But we don't want to talk about it today. I'll let us start the video. So what we're going to talk about is something that comes up in practice a lot, and it's the dairy. Like people ask us, is dairy good for you? And if I'm going to get off dairy, am I going to be low in calcium? Which is really interesting, isn't it?
Absolutely. A lot of people are having dairy as part of their daily diet because of calcium, to have healthy bones, to make sure everything's nice and strong. But what study have found might shock you. So this study in particular has a really large sample size. It's 78,000 people being involved in these studies. These people will drink 3 glasses of milk a day in compared to people who drink 1 glass or less.
Yep.
Yeah, these people are more likely to have osteoporosis.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Osteoporosis drives fracture risk, for example. So there was another study, actually this one was from Sydney, and they looked at the high dairy consumption, and what they did associate was that was more likely the people that drank more dairy actually had more chance of having fractures. So how does that work? If dairy is meant to give you calcium and strengthen your bone, well, why would people that drink more dairy end up having more chance of having fractures and osteoporosis?
So the key word we like to talk about here is bioavailability. So what does that mean? Although there is a good amount of calcium in milk, we may not be able to absorb them all.
That's right. So when you look at milk is, well, how much calcium, milk has calcium in it, no doubt there, but how much can you pull out and how much net is left over? It's like if you get paid, how much tax have you got to pay after that? So how much have you got left over, right, after the body does its thing with it?
And the more the better.
Yeah, the more the better. So in both examples, really. So we can only look at by comparing to other things. So we've got some research here that shows milk, when we drink milk, the bioavailability is lower than, for example, when we eat leafy green cruciferous vegetables.
Yeah, absolutely. So some of these examples are Brussels sprouts. They're really, really good. What else have we got here? Mustard greens or broccoli.
Yeah, so broccoli is 53% bioavailability of calcium, where milk's only 30%. And we think that the bioavailability is lower in milk because it shows that milk, when we break down animal protein, which is in milk, we actually use some of, because it's more acidic, we use some of our base, and sometimes we have to extract our own calcium to actually break those things down. So we actually use up calcium when we have to break animal protein down as well.
Oh, that makes sense.
So mustard greens, you said, 58%. We've got some other ones here. Brussels sprouts, 64%.
Yeah, 64.
Really, really high. And there's some other things that show that consumption of milk has been associated with some things that may not be so desirable as well. Like,
Yeah, absolutely, like cancer.
yep, ear infections. There's some other things here, heart disease, diabetes, allergies as well.
So things that we don't really want, and we often call them lifestyle diseases.
That's right.
Don't we?
So they can be preventable.
Absolutely. That's right.
So if you can't get calcium as well from milk, what else do we do? Well, just as we said, we're going to give you some dietary tips. You can take some supplements, give you some ideas about some of the things we mentioned to eat more of. It's healthier for you and gives you a higher absorption of calcium than milk. If you'd like to know any more about this, make sure you ask one of our doctors.
Bye everyone, have a great long weekend.
See you later.